I'd rather be his than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or lands. I'd rather be led by his nail-pierced hand than to be the king.
There's so much to say. I have no words really, but I have a little to share with you. Mommy has been a wonderful mother, wonderful wife to my dear beloved dad who passed away some years ago. In fact, tomorrow, which is going to be the 6th of January, he would have passed away 26 years ago. And Mommy was always such a vibrant and loving, caring mother at home. We were always cherished by Mommy, my 3 sisters and myself, my sisters Joy, Cherry, and Denise. We grew up together right over there in Wakefield. On my way over, we passed the house, and of course, like everyone else, our house has been damaged, but I'm remembering the fond memories that we had as children growing up at home. Mommy made us feel loved and secure, and she gave her heart all the time. She was always caring, always loving. I remember in the mornings when I got up, she would always come and pinch me on my toe and say, "Good morning, Wayne, how are you doing?" And my many years of going to school, Mommy was always there for me, for us. We went to the Wakefield Primary School. That's where we got our foundation, with Mommy being not only Mommy, but teacher. I had Mommy in at least 4 of my primary school classes. And she was always the mother and the teacher. And I remember when I was getting ready for the common entrance exam, Mommy would sit up with me every night and we would go through the different subjects and making sure that I understood everything. She was just there. And then I remembered when we also went off to high school, Mommy was there for each one of us. My sisters who went to Westwood, I went to William Knibb, and Mommy was always willing to extend herself. She would make sure that we had what we needed for school, all the books, all the different equipment. She made sure that we had everything to get started. And she also was very, very, she loved the Lord, and she would always pray with us, and she would take us with Daddy to church. And we had growing up experiences, not only at home, but at church, where we were grounded in the Word of God. And, that was always Mommy. She was also such a wonderful cook. How can I not say that? But Mommy prepared the most delicious breakfast. And of course, we lived for Mommy's dinners. They were always quite good. But most of all, what I truly cherished about Mommy is just how caring she was. She was so very supportive of us. She would always seek after us, wondering how we're doing, cherishing us in terms of our growing up experiences, wanting us to be at the the best that we could be. And I'm here today in part because of the mother and also father that we had. I could never be here today. My sisters and I, we would never be here had it not been the Lord blessing us with our beloved parents, and especially my mom. So I'm currently living abroad with my wife. You'll get a chance to hear from her soon. But ever so, while we've been away, we've always been in touch with Mommy. She would always call, always seeking after us, the grandchildren, wanting to know how they're doing. And she was a doting grandmother. She, of course, connected so very often and quickly with our 3 children, the only children that we have. And they loved her dearly. Didn't get a chance to see her as much as they could have, but whenever they had a chance, they would always call, always say, "Hi, Grandma Amy," and she would talk with them, encourage them. So Mommy is no longer here, but she will always be in my heart, in our hearts. She is my blessed mother, and there's nothing that I would not do to share the memories that I have of my mother. She is a part of my foundation, and she's the reason why I'm here. And we give the Lord thanks for just blessing us with Mommy, because our lives have been richer and better as a result of Mommy being who she is. Not only Mommy, not only teacher, but she was a community person. She loved the community. Persons would come to her because she was the justice of the peace for many years, and she would sign papers and give counsel and all kinds of attention that she would give to the community persons. And they truly loved her. So she was a woman of God, a mother, a friend, and a community builder. So God bless you, Mommy. Love you so very much. And we look forward to meeting again one day in heaven. Yes, blessings. Bye-bye.
All right, so I'm Sarah. I am Wayne's wife, and she was my mom. I won't say mother-in-law because she was truly my mom. She was there. She embraced me from the very first time I came down to visit. Mom and dad, both of them together, Joy, Cherry, and Denise, the whole family embraced me, and that just made the world of a difference. And with respect to mom in particular, she just drew me in, and she was there. If not for the births of our 3 children, she was there shortly after, giving a helping hand, especially for the first. Even a couple of days ago, Wayne and I were talking about it, that she did not like the cold. Yet she sacrificed and came during the winter, and she stayed in throughout the entire winter to help me as I was finishing up my own studies. So she was there taking care of our firstborn, and there's no money that could pay for that. The kind of care and love that she gave to our first as she was just born, and being there without my full attention, mom just stopped the gap. She just stayed right in there, and she formed a special bond. So I can't say words enough how grateful I am to be able to be a part of this family. And not only that, but as they grew up, she was there connecting. If she wasn't here in person with us, she would be calling, asking after each and every one of us, especially the children, of course. And making sure that they knew how much she loved them. She always asked, of course, as the teacher, how their education was going. And, she would tease them in different ways. I remember for our youngest, she would say, where are those rosy cheeks, and all of that. So we were just surrounded with her love. And I cannot say more than that. To me, that is the best part of what I remember about her. And the memories will live on not only in us, but in our children, and I'm sure they will pass it on if the Lord wills for them to have children as well. So it was a blessing to have known her, and I just thank the Lord for that. And I know that she is in a better place now. It feels like cold comfort because we are here without her, but we know that, with the suffering that she went through at the very end, she is definitely in a better place. And again, as my husband said, we look forward to the reunion that we will have, when the time comes.
I am here at this family plot for the Forbes to see to my mother's grave. This is a hard piece. She was a nice lady, kind. She teaches for 48 years, and she did her best for people in the community. She acknowledged everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. Miss Amy will take time out to talk to people. She was a hardened Christian. She attended the Seventh-day Baptist Church, and from childhood days until when she got sick. Right? She was also Justice of the Peace for Trelawney, and she did serve well. I am glad that, we as children and our late husband, we did not just keep her to ourselves. We lent her to the public, and she worked well with the public. We lost our mommy on the 7th day of December, a day before my birthday, which even now, it hurts, but we just have to accept it. It's hard, but as children, we give God thanks because She suffered in the latter part of her year, and the Lord eased her from her pain. Yes, we are crying, we are mourning, but we are not mourning that, oh, mommy should be here, whatever. But we are mourning because we lost a good mother. And but as I said before, she suffered long. But we give God thanks for lending her to us as a family. And God saw what she was going through, or sees what she was going through, and He took her out of her pain. I want to give thanks for all the persons who are here. I'm thanking everybody for attending the grave digging. And I want to say that as a family, as a Forbes family, we appreciate you people coming. Thanks and God bless.
Miss Amy A. Forbes was like a grandmother to me. Um, she was very kind, gentle, and somebody easy to talk to, you know. And my experiences with her were very fun-loving. Yeah. Normally on Sunday mornings, me and my dad would go walking in the early mornings. While passing by her, she would beckon to us and give us fruits. No matter what fruit was in season, plums, grapes, even pines, because she had her small little backyard garden. And she loved her little gardening. Yeah, when you see her in her little hat and her boots and her little cutlass in her hand. Yeah, she was always on her backyard farm. While I was attending the Wakefield Primary School, she was the principal for my first 2 years. The first time I got in trouble with her was once I'd climb on the roof of one of the buildings, and a bigger boy than me brought me to the principal, who was Miss Amy Forbes. And as he brought me to her and told her what I did, she, with a stern warning, Mr. Hodges, don't let it happen again. I was so scared, shaking in my boots, thinking that I would be beaten, but she just let me off with a warning. And she's very forgiving. She's all loving. Yeah, she's a loving person. No matter if they don't see a smile on her face, but in all things do and just, she's all good. All good. And she'll forever be in our memories, and we'll always miss her.
Well, Miss Amy, was a good woman. And Miss Amy and my mother, his two first cousins. Right?
From ever since, Cousin Amy was a very nice person. All right, for instance, like I go to sign any papers and so, and me out to them say, Cousin Amy, and she look outside and she say, Cousin, what you want? Me come there, man. Me open the gate, make you come in. And she open the door and me go inside and she sit down and she start talking with Mama her right, Papa her right, and Cousin Dan. Me say, yes, man, everybody okay, man. And she did and she talk, and sometimes I'm ready to leave. She said, no, man, you can't leave yet, man. You have to look something you feel before you leave, man. And we did it, and we have a good. But she was a very nice lady. Very nice.
876.
I've known Miss Amy from I'm a little toddler. My cousin married to Miss Amy. So I've known him from I'm a little toddler. Miss Amy is a nice and loving person. When we used to go by Miss Amy, she always make us happy and give us our little sweets and everything like that. So Miss Amy was very nice and loving.
Oh, she was so loving, kind and nice. No nonsense woman. You know, let me tell you, say, even when we go to school, we used to suck my finger and pick up my ear. And when he see me suck my finger and pick up the ear, and she always, come, where you pick up the ear for? Where you pick up the ear for? And he they carry me and go fix up back the ear for me. You know? But me couldn't help it, because me just suck my finger and pull out the hair. You know, it was so nice. Me love me so till. Even when she takes sick and so, when you don't remember nobody. And me go and me say, Auntie, who this? He look up in my face. Auntie, that's Auntie das. You know, so I just then connection. Let me tell her say it was an auntie to me. Love me. Yeah, really love me, I tell you. And we get along too. Yeah, she was so nice. Well, may her soul rest in peace. And life perpetual shine upon her. Yeah, thank you.
I always visit her, man. And she's nice, full of love. Always welcome me, anytime, any place, you know what I mean? Never hide with. Always make people know, say, yo, I'm a cousin them, And you know what I mean? Full of love. Anything we eat and drink, she never mean. Food, and nothing, man. Take her light, man. See, they wanna come late, but food still there. Never cook exact.
She was a lovely lady. She was a lovely lady. Very nice lady. Yes, man.
Every time in which we see me, and greet him and anything, you see him say, all right, Mr. Roy, I go and sign your paper. From Blitoway is Dorothy and Thelma. But I know Miss Amy is a good lady to me.
My auntie, Amy Forbes. I love my auntie so much. My auntie was so nice. When it comes to December time, my auntie usually make cake. He always said, Aunt Lee, I know Beverly loving pudding, so I bring her pudding. She always run to Aunt Lee. When she run to Aunt Lee, she said, Aunt Lee, I'm going over Miss Bell. I'm going to look for Miss Bell. You go and look for Miss Bell, and then come back and say, Aunt Lee, I want to leave, but I can't leave like that. Aunt Lee, I love you so much. I love my auntie. She was so nice. She was so kind to us. I love my auntie. Oh my God.
Amy Forbes was not just my aunt, she was also my teacher and my JP. To tell you the truth, the history we had was one of an awesome. She was a kind. We share the same birth month, and I can remember most of the time she's always checking up on me, and she always loves to bake cake and to share with my grandmother. I always have to go to her for cake to give to her sister Aunt Lee. She, at school in my younger days, she did not treat me any way different from any of the other children, because I was like boasting I'm going in my grand-aunt class, expecting that I was going to get a different treatment. It wasn't different from any other. She was one of a kind-hearted, loving person. She got sick, and which we know she had no control over her dementia. But to tell you the truth, despite it, even in the hospital, having to deal with her, it was one of a hard tasks. But to tell you the truth, I overcame it. I battled with her, and she was even such an awesome person during the hospital. I can remember one day, a colleague of mine and I were taking care of her. We were talking something about dementia. And she was saying, why not talk about dementia? I said, no, we are saying dementia. She's gonna look at me and she said, oh, the word is dementia. So even in her 6th stage, she was like in school with us, same way teaching us. She always teaches us right from wrong. We know that she had to go, and we were sort of prepared because she has lived a life, and I hope her soul will rest in eternal peace.